Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a very big thank you to my Patreon supporters. Welcome to all the new Patreon supporters out there. I do thank thee. As always, a great way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, by leaving 2 comments, by leaving 3 comments, or by telling me what you're having for breakfast today. And subscribing if you have not already done so. It does indeed help with the algorithm. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. There is never a boring day in the cryptocurrency space. After everyone completely panicked and lost their minds yesterday as the cryptocurrency market was falling down, guess what happened? Prices started moving back up. And if you actually looked at the charts, it seemed, I wouldn't say the word coordinated or manipulated, but I'm going to say the word manipulated simply because that's the only thing that really fits into it. For those of you who were looking at the prices yesterday, I had a couple of friends who just, they made sure to tell me, they're like, I'm not looking at prices the entire day. I think it was a bit too much for them. We dropped down to around 28,000 something. That was me. Something or other dollars. And then almost immediately there was like a really strong V-shaped recovery, and we are currently, at the time of me making this video, around a good $34,000 per Bitcoin. So we jumped back up. It was $5,000–$6,000 over the course of a couple of hours. Now, once again, not saying that something is weird about that, but it's more like a, once again, like I said yesterday, these movements are completely coordinated, and they are done on purpose by the whales to lower prices, to be able to accumulate more. Because once again, there's also news that tons of people who just recently entered into the market, you can tell this by the new wallets that were recently created on the blockchain and how long they've been around. Any coins that they had inside of them, many people sold off, and those sold off coins were then once again reaccumulated by the richest people on the planet. It says Bitcoin recovers over $5,000 as crypto market cap rebounds $200 billion in the course of a couple of hours. Bitcoin eye strong recovery above 34,000 US dollars. Bitcoin embarks on a journey to $40,000 after the dip to 28,000. And also keep in mind how happy all the news is today. Remember yesterday, all the news, every single article that we were reading was bear market, falling down, prices, so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. You remember all the other articles. Every article today was super happy. So I'm not sure, I'm going to stop saying the word coordinated, but you understand that this is all a bit odd, that we have an entire day and a half of like, remember even before, for those of you who were not here, when Elon Musk was having that entire fiasco and he was like tweeting and stuff like that, the day before prices even fell down, all of the news was like, not looking good. Things don't look too good for the market. But we were up like 12, 13, 14% for every single coin over the course of like 5 days. And then the next day, everything started. So anyway, whatever. I have my own ideas about how all these things actually take place. This one says ADA price primed for a 20% upswing. This one says Bitcoin prints bullish pattern. Here's why 100 SMA holds the key. And this one says Ethereum price flips massively bullish on approaching. It's above now 2,000 US dollars. So the point is never a dull day. It's nice that prices are going back up. I think a lot of the news of the China situation has all but subsided, give or take. There's like a little smidge of it in this video, and it does really correspond to everything that we've been talking about over the last couple of days. But it's just kind of weird how quickly fear is like struck into the heart of the market. Like remember even also last week when prices like began to start to fall down, there was an entire day. No, I'm pretty sure it was this week, if not Sunday or Monday, where all the news that we had that came out an hour after each other, like a literal hour after each other, was basically like 9 news articles about how terrible Bitcoin was, how so-and-so, like this bank said something, that bank said something. And now notice how they're all really quiet. So anyway, and also a very big thank you to one of my friends for re-reminding me of this. He sent me this yesterday, and I was like, of course. And I thanked him for also understanding the hello friend for understanding the nonsense that's going on. For those of you not looking at the screen right now, this is an article from CNN Business. It says China cracks down on Bitcoin. Plus 10 Satoshis if anybody can tell me what's weird about this article. I'll give you a couple seconds. I'm pretty sure some people found it already. This is an article from 2013. It says China's central bank warned Thursday that Bitcoin carries substantial risks and issued new rules that prohibit financial institutions from dealing in the digital currency. That's why every single time that we get like news from China or like it says something China-esque, it's always the same. It's the same exact thing. So I'm like, why are our prices still going down when we know that this is what they've said before? They either reiterate stuff or it's just that we keep getting negative news from them and everyone is supposed to panic and sell off their coin. So hopefully we are at the end of that road, as many people from the current crackdown, which is just a reiteration of the previous crackdowns. You know how long ago 2013 was? It's been a while, and to get the exact same news all the time and our prices still drop down off of stuff that we already knew happened. That's like someone, nope, whatever. Anyway, I was going to have a whole little story, but it's not really relevant. It was something along the lines of like, imagine somebody telling you like the sky is going to be blue tomorrow and you're like, again? Like, and just like really like actually being panicked. It just doesn't make any, So anyway, that's the price news. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up in, I guess this is news. Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, took to Twitter to give a sneak peek, into the upcoming Bitcoin mining setup that will be powered by Volcanoes. El Salvador became the first country in the world to make Bitcoin legal tender earlier this month. The Bitcoin bill was passed by the country's Congress with a resounding vote in favor. The president also mentioned plans to make small island countries a hotspot for clean Bitcoin mining. So here's the actual tweet for it right here. He gave them a whole bunch of pretty pictures, and it says, clean volcano-powered hash rate coming soon, hashtag Bitcoin. Sneak peek with an emoji going, shh. I don't even... Is that a real emoji? I didn't even know. I've never seen that one before. So, yeah, the point is, this is also very popular news that El Salvador plans on using Volcanoes to mine Bitcoin. Now, this is not a joke, and I ask you completely honestly, how? Because I've seen a volcano. I've seen videos of volcanoes with like the lava flowing out. Are they using the lava? I know this sounds dumb, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one questioning this as well. Is it using the heat from the volcano? Are they going to pray over it and like lava monsters come out? I'm not really sure exactly. And I know somebody out there sucking their teeth right now thinking that I'm making a joke, but I promise you, I get wind power, I get water, I get solar. Volcanoes a bit tricky for me because, they make lava and lava burns stuff. So I don't know what. So anyway, very popular news that they're going to be. Are they using the ash? All right. Anyway, so expect some really cool news or photos and or videos. I give it like 3 months. We'll have some type of a peek inside as to exactly what they're doing with the volcanoes. But good for them. I'm glad this is moving along for them. I'm glad we have a pullback in the amount of negative news that we got about El Salvador from all these world leaders and world banks who were like, oh, yeah, you can't accept Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a digital currency that we can't control you with. Anyway, that's the El Salvador news. And let's move on. Next up, also in super mega ultra popular for some reason news, crypto and blockchain-focused venture capital firm Blockchain Capital says it has raised $300 million for its Fund V, with PayPal and Visa among the traditional investors who are still showing interest in the crypto industry. The fund was heavily oversubscribed at $300 million as a hard cap, with participation from strategic investors, pension funds, and majority university endowments. Don't forget I told you that before. For those of you who were not here, I think I only spoke about it in 2 different videos over the course of a year. Universities are definitely into Bitcoin as well. I think it was Harvard and Yale who have like crypto endowments. And I think they also have like mega cryptocurrency funds and stuff like that as well. So just always keep that in mind, because once again, all the rich people are buying Bitcoin from around the world, yada, 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 yada. So the news is, and I didn't even have to read through the entirety of it. I'm not sure why anyone would be surprised that PayPal is making further crypto investments. And for those of you who are completely unaware, not in a joking way, Visa and MasterCard are also in the cryptocurrency space. You can Google it. Type in like Visa Bitcoin payments or Visa Bitcoin settlements, or I don't know exactly what you would have to put in. But earlier this year and also last year, Visa and MasterCard announced that they were trying to integrate Bitcoin so that Bitcoin payments could also go through their systems, because they see, of course, where all of this is going. And never forget that Visa and MasterCard were also part of the original Facebook Coin association to also have that as a payment method as well. So everyone's deep into crypto and don't believe that they're not, because they most certainly are. So that's the people who are already into crypto doubling down on their crypto investments news. That guy's holding a Visa card and PayPal at the same time. It seems a bit redundant, but maybe he's making a lot of purchases. Alrighty, let's move on. Also in what? Another one? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that this is currently happening to our market. Billionaire investor and CEO of Point72 Asset Management, his name is Steve Cohen, says he is taking a deep dive into cryptocurrency, emphasizing that he is fully converted. Fun. The billionaire said, "I'm not going to miss this. I already feel like I missed the first part of it." Have you ever seen that thing online? You must have at some point during the last couple of years. There's an old Reddit post from 2010, and someone is like, "Guys, I feel like I missed out. You know, I have friends who have more Bitcoin than me. I only have 15,000 Bitcoin. Like, I feel like I missed the boat." Everyone always feels like they missed out on the cryptocurrency space in some sort of way, because even people who got in at 15,000, they feel like they missed out everything below 15,000. But keep in mind, when we hit $75,000 and people get into the market, they're going to go, "Oh, I wish I had gotten in." And then we hit $1 million, and then Steve Cohen is the chairman, CEO, and president of Point72, an asset management firm with approximately $22.1 billion in assets under management as of the 1st of April. The firm has 12 offices around the world and more than 1,600 employees. He shared his views on crypto in an interview last week, emphasizing that he has finally decided to get... What? He has finally decided, I'm pointing out my screen, that he has got to get into the game. Okay. The billionaire said, "I'm doing a deep dive into crypto. I'm fully converted." He said, "I have an old saying at the poker table. You got to pay to learn. There's no way around it. You can talk all you want, but you've got to get in the game." I feel like that's a saying that many other people also have. Like, you got to play to win. You can't dribble the basketball without the Macarena happening, or whatever the other saying actually is. So the news is, what? Another rich person is deep diving into crypto. I can only imagine what this person is doing. I'm going to use my psychic powers and just assume that he's been into it for about a good year and a half, dabbling in it. I assume about a good $50 million went into a couple of projects, maybe PayPal, maybe Visa, maybe some mining equipment. Maybe he has even like 5,000 Bitcoin himself, but now he's trying to go further. It's always the same story over and over and over. These people aren't just randomly announcing that they are... Is it Thursday? I think I'm going to get into crypto today. No, they've known about this space for a very long time, but a deep dive to them means like I'm going to be trying to push billions of dollars into this market, as opposed to, you know, the $5 million that I didn't want to spend on a jet. So yeah, also quite popular news. Wonderful. He's now like the 18th billionaire to announce that he is in our space. Anyway, that's the Steve Cohen deep dive crypto news. Let's move on. Next up, sure, why not? It says, although the SEC is yet to approve a Bitcoin ETF in the US of A, VanEck's president said the demand is high for such a product. John Van Eck, the CEO of VanEck, has asserted that the firm's customers have a growing appetite for a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. This comes amid the company's frequent attempt to have an exchange-traded product approved in the United States. During an interview with CNBC, Van Eck spoke about the company's plans to enter the cryptocurrency space. through an exchange-traded fund that tracks the performance of Bitcoin. The firm has already filed for a few such ETFs. It withdrew the previous attempts, and the latest one, filed earlier this year, has been delayed twice by the US SEC because the SEC doesn't give a fudge. While waiting for the SEC's final decision, the VanEck filed another draft prospectus for a Bitcoin futures mutual fund earlier this week. So the news is everyone is trying to get a Bitcoin ETF or ETP, it is exchange traded product, pushed through by the SEC. Not really sure what's taking so long. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of this year, there was a lot of speculation by some of the largest hedge fund members. They said that this is the year that it was going to happen. I'm not sure what they really need anymore at this point. But it's really weird because the VanEck was not the only one who actually withdrew their proposal. What happened was, I believe it was last year or the year before, there were so many people who were putting in Bitcoin ETF proposals at the exact same time. I think the first 8 people thought they were a shoe-in, basically, like it was going to happen. Everyone was like, they're going to get it first. It was some of the largest firms in the world, and they were also rejected. So I'm not sure what more has to be said about this other than everyone keeps trying to push through something. The moment we do have any ETF or anything ET associated with the cryptocurrency market, our prices are going to skyrocket. And I've thought for a while, I mentioned this years ago, now, once again, this is me. It feels like there's so many people outside of crypto who just do not like our market, and they may be trying to do whatever they can to make sure that prices just simply don't move any higher than they already have been. And this is why we keep, always remember to take notice. Doesn't it seem a little odd that as our market is doing extremely well, that's when all the negative news begins to come out, because we're doing, by the time we hit 65,000, we were really having talks about, well, the next step is definitely $80,000. That's going to be the next level. Everyone was on the same exact page, but then you have about 12 countries all saying negative news, and then China says something, and then we end up moving down in price. So yeah, anyway, that's the VanEck news all over the place. It says VanEck files a new prospectus for a new Bitcoin futures mutual fund. Let's hope they get it, because much like the news about China, I'm fatigued with saying the letters ETF. They keep trying to do it. I'm not sure what kind of power struggle game play the US SEC is trying to do, but you just look silly at this point. Just let it go through, so we can all move on with our lives. But isn't it terrible that something so simple could have been pushed through years ago, and humankind as a whole could have progressed, but we're constantly in these situations where nothing moves forward because the oldest people on the planet rule everything, and they make sure that everything else goes slow. Imagine if we had a Bitcoin ETF in 2014, but the SEC made sure before that, the proper barriers were in place for them regulatorily. But no, it's still 2021, and we still don't have one. People have been trying since 2012, 2013 for Bitcoin something. And yeah, that's why change is so slow on the planet. I'm pretty sure we could be living in a utopia right now, but alas, Anyway, that's the SEC news. I'm pretty sure we're going to have more of it because they're going to continue being a thing. Let's move on. And to finish things off, also in very good news, I told you this yesterday, while it looked bad, prices dropping, one, it was an opportunity for people to buy the dip, which, if you bought the dip, you made $6,000 on your Bitcoin. And what's the other thing? All the news that we keep getting about all these companies turning off their machines in China, guess what? They're moving to friendlier places, so this is actually absolutely wonderful. Chinese Bitcoin miner BitMining delivered its first batch of 320 machines to Kazakhstan after its operations in the Chinese province of Sichuan were suspended. The publicly traded company, called BTCM, expects to deliver another 2,600 machines before the start of July, it is said in an announcement. The company's remaining machines will also be shipped overseas as well, and then it talks about the capacity, yada, yada, yada. So this is great. The more companies that we get to leave from China, the better for us. We never have to mention them again. We do not have to care when they say once again in 2 years that they are reiterating that they have a ban on something, because guess what? No one will care about their market anymore, and people shouldn't have been caring for a long time anyway. So we have a lot of companies in the United States who are already branching out, further expanding their crypto mining, whatever they have going on. We had news of a company yesterday who is shipping, I believe it was 3,000 kilos, not a fake number, worth of mining machines to the United States. And now we have, what is this? A good 2,920 cryptocurrency mining machines that are being delivered to Kazakhstan. And I assume over the next 5 or 6 days, we will hear from at least one, if not two other companies who are going to be doing the exact same thing. We will have charts. We already have charts where we can see exactly how much mining capacity is actually coming, or the energy coming from China. And when that finally goes below the whatever percentage mark that it needs to go through, heaven help us, because the market is going to go completely insane. And don't forget, Mr. Muskie also said before that the moment we have clear definitive proof that more than 50% of Bitcoin is being created through renewable sources, which I assume we're a smidge close, he's also going to announce that Tesla's accepting Bitcoin for cars. So yeah, that was, that's the news. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait, there we go. Thank you for all those who waited. I had to get my phone. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Oh, that was terrible. Bolero, Bastos, Crayola, Michelle, URL on Crypto with Lionel, Tigara, Macho, Nisa, Bake Me a Cake, Anytime Fitness, Monks, Corner Staff, Bodie McBoatface, Yes to Crypto, Miller, Hitch Test, Everyday, and Cal Skips Leg Day, Minting Coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Rich III, Setsuna, Damien, Crypto Artist, Cold E3D, Bankroll Network, 242 to the World, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Master Ventures in Thailand, Moher Moroni, Adam Graysick, Todd Mullis, A Bibliophobia, The Animal Reader, John Sarson, Nostromo, Martin Stoyer, Moonman High, Zerp, Utopia 569, Yasha Harari, Attila the Han, David James, Navarro Williams, Auspicious, Agile and Blockchain, Tolik Banan, Snacky Chan, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, Pater Noster, Need a Miracle, Space Case, Troy Allgood, Barebones Mining, Corded Biddy, Lauren DeSilva, Miguel Grollet, VB Nerd 21, Jojo Shaw Show, Mo Barazi, and Carlos Was Like, Speedy655, AJ Cut 5, Crypto Black Sheep, Captain Something, and the Z-Way Lay, Not Brain, Stefan Dirks, The Letter M, Wishnicky, Umnu, Red Plump Tomato, The Dealer's Den, Tony Ambroski, Arachno, Dave, Bitcoin, Ben, Roman Geba, and Professor Wally from Gunbot University. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel who clicked the little join button below. Thank you to everyone. Wow, not English. Thank you to everyone who left a like, who left a comment, and has supported in their own way. I do thank thee. At the moment, Bitcoin is up by 8%. It is at $34,059. Ethereum is at $2,004. Binance Coin is up by 8%. Cardano is up by 14% in 24 hours. XRP is up by 9%. Dogecoin is up by 16%. Uniswap is up by 15% as well. Solana is up by 27%. Chainlink is up by 11%. Stellar Lumens is up by 12%. Matic is up by 10% as well. Filecoin is up by 14%. Aave is up by 13%. Shiba Inu is up by 7%. Algorand is up by 8%. FTT FTX token is up by 7%. Theta Fuel is up by 12%. Pancakes are up by 13%. Maker is up by 14%. Anything else crazy? Nope. But the market's in green. It's very nice to see. Let's hope that this continues. All the ridiculous news that we got was basically based around China. And that has seemingly left the minds of people, especially as people continue to ship their mining equipment from that country. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are continue to have, might possibly have at some point during the day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.